Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we're still talking to Nelly Abagu, Naijabrandchick, and we're discussing this was celebrating women, and so I know that Auntie Annie and Nima will have questions, but because I know you so well, it's just we didn't plan that. I didn't know I was going to be hosted today anyway, but it's just very apt because I know I moderated a panel at the second edition in 2019.
Yes.
At the fair then, and I've seen it grow in leaps and bounds, and I'm very impressed. But I want to know how many, what's the impact that when we were starting, what was the challenge, or was it all easy?
No, not really. So one of the first things that I did was to build a personal brand. And this is something I always tell business owners. It's actually easier to sell when you have served. So when you become a servant leader, it becomes very much easy for people to buy from you. So for a long time I gave. And how did I give? Through education. I was training, going live, teaching, and doing all that stuff. So when it was time, people already saw me as a thought leader, and it was easy for them to come. But I will say to you, on my first fair, it was a little bit challenging. I charged 10,000 naira. And some other people had other exhibitions they were going for, and they left my own and went for the other ones. And I don't blame them. This is one influencer, small girl with less than 50,000 followers then in 2018, who was hosting something, trying to be very audacious, helping business owners. And there was other established exhibitions that was happening. You would definitely leave the one you paid 10K and go for the one you paid higher. That's just how it's supposed to be. Then one lady told me after the exhibition, because it was just one day exhibition, that her sister had to call her and tell her, what are you doing there? That you paid for this place and you're somewhere else that they're doing an exhibition and you're not selling and people are cashing out here. Carry your kaya and come to this place. By 2 p.m. she came, and she said from that 2 p.m. to 6 o'clock, she had made 500,000. This was in 2018. And I was just in tears because those kind of stories was what I wanted to hear. And just hearing someone who came late, first of all, because she didn't know what to expect, and then they're making sales is all that we wanted. And now, the numbers that we're making now,
people don't talk anymore.
They don't talk anymore.
They are making big money.
Last year, we did, in all the fairs that we did over 3.5 billion. Yes, last year. And that's just last year. And we are just trying to be moderate by saying 3.5 billion because it's actually more than that.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So I wanted to talk about how each of the businesses also have to have strong standing when they come, before they come to the brand. I don't
how
know
do you advise them to prepare?
How do they prepare? But how do you even, screen or review before you accept?
We don't take everybody because, and one thing again, why people trust the vendors again is because of the screening that we do. We don't just take anyone. And if we put your flyer out, because I do that, just to get information about you, and someone comes to our DM or send us a message and say, this person scammed us, we will remove you. We will
investigate first.
We will do that, and when we see that you're wrong, we remove. And sometimes, when we see that maybe you are owing some people, a lot of times, we'll now say, oh yeah, please pay these people, or else you're not going to exhibit. Because one of the things these people have come to do, and I don't know why they do that, they always come to threaten us. I say, if you don't help us to get this person to pay us back our money, we are coming to the fair to scatter it. So why will, because of one thing, everything will just scatter? It doesn't make sense. So we call you aside. Or sometimes I don't. Maybe especially when you're not responding, I put it up in the group. I say, let us all debate on this thing. Do we want this person to remain here with all the...
And then they will scatter the fair.
Yes, and they'll scatter everybody. Because sometimes, oh, Nelly, you're being too harsh. No problem. Let us all agree that you're okay, and you're going to sign an indemnity form saying that, Nelly, you're okay. That if this person, people come and say, then after a while, everybody start telling them, no, go and pay off this person, go and pay off. And when they finish paying off, so these things also help them to become more accountable. So before you come for MBC Trade Fair, you should know that you know your audience. You must have registered your business, you have all your documents, everything, and you're clear. And that's why we put up all this. What are the criteria? We're looking for uniqueness of products. We're looking for people who are selling affordable, because what we're selling is affordable products.
Okay, it's a fair anyway,
yes,
so.
it's a fair, but it's not a luxury fair. There are fairs and there are fairs. So ours is not luxury. It's a marketplace kind of.
I mean,
yes.
You know the way we use straight fair to go and buy cheap things. That's what fair means.
So it's a marketplace kind of. And we want, even though things are hard and maybe say you don't want to reduce your price so much, but what are the other things that you're going to use to attract your customers? Are you going to give a freebie? Are you going to give a discount or whatever you want to do, So I also educate them. I say, see, you can partner. Maybe this lady is selling Zobo and you're selling clothes. So you're selling cloth fashion. So you can say everybody who comes to my stand to buy this, I will give you
a free bottle.
So what we do is that we try to work together. You can't go and bring the Zobo out from outside when she's selling. You have to buy from her to give to the other person. So that we are all collectively supporting ourselves before the fair. And that way everybody feels like, okay, this is, and you are also creating a relationship. You're networking. You're meeting people who you have never met before. And we try to do a balance. We don't just bring only small businesses who are just starting. We bring those who have also started, who are doing well, and those who are just starting. So that way, that mix up. You yourself that is a startup, you're like, oh wow, see my mentors, they are here. Let me try and do what they are doing. They are marketing and pushing themselves, how they are pushing themselves. And the ones that are up there are educating the other ones. I also try to bring the established ones to come and speak to these people, these smaller brands, maybe those businesses that are just less than 1 year old or even 2 to 3 years old. Come and talk to them. Or those who have just exhibited for the first time, come and explain to them what they need to do. And it always works out fine. And I also, another thing, because we just finished, concluded in Kaduna, and we went to Kano in February last month. And one of the things that I did was, because of language barrier, I don't speak the language. I also brought my friend, Incest Palace Bahaj. She was also there to explain and talk to many of the business owners. And it was just amazing just to see that. And, doing this fair is a collective effort. Now I see my friend, very good friend that's based in Yola. She has opened up a shop in Port Harcourt. It can never have been possible.
Wow.
So beyond just trading, we are uniting Nigeria. You understand? With fairs. Now, I had one guy, I always call his name is Koharu. He came all the way from Kaduna to Enugu. He said, Ma, I have never sold like this. This is my first time coming to the East. And I sold all my shoes. I said, bring more. He said, he's following me to Uyo. Anywhere I'm going to, he's going with me. All because he saw what was possible. So because even me, first time I was going to Kaduna, was because of the fair. So when we stay here in Lagos or stay in the East and you're hearing what's happening in the North,
you will not know.
You will never even want to go. So the same thing is also happening with the Northerners, hearing everything about the South and the East and all. You will never want to come. So, but what we have done was to bridge that gap and say, let us trade within ourselves. And by that way, we are also boosting the economy of Nigeria.
Maybe I must commend you for
As in,
it sounds so, it's a success story.
Yes,
definitely.
But let's talk about possible challenges.
Yes, yes.
So there was a fair that somebody had in the rainy season, and I just went on Instagram, and every of the brands were now calling people should come out in the rain, and the venue was flooded.
Yes.
So how have you ever had this? How do you avoid it?
First of all,
what must you put into planning to avoid such?
So first of all, that was not our fair.
No, I didn't say that. Okay. I said somebody.
Yeah, so that was not. But one thing that we do is that we are very structured. We take our time to make sure that everyone is covered. So it rained in our own fair during the Lagos stories, and we still made so much billions in sales in our own fair. But what matters is how we manage the whole situation. We let people know, we inform them, see, it may rain, so what are your plans? Are you going to get your raincoat ready? So we educate these business owners to get ready. Yes, to get ready. So we also have places that in case it rains, this is where you're going to put your goods. We have other strategies that we use to make sure that even if it's raining, it's not affecting your goods and services. One thing I think that always is a big problem is communication and making sure everybody aligns. When we do that, right, you will just see that people would be happy to just know that, oh, this person understands that they are doing stuff in the rainy season, also we are planning to make sure things are done right. This year, we know that the rainy season is going to be a certain period of time. We have removed any fair. Removed all the fairs that period. We have removed. They're actually going to be doing the international fairs by that time. So that's when we're going to be doing the New York. You say yes. So by that time, there's no rain.
Thank you so much. I know that I did a video when I saw that she was going to the UK. As in, it wasn't. I didn't even tell her anything. I just recorded the video and like I'm celebrating this woman because it takes a lot to take that move. And the reason we've been interviewing powerful women all through this week is to encourage women that are watching, and even men, support your wives to make that move, because it takes a odogun to allow you to be flying all the flying you are flying around.
So, and someone is commenting that they've always seen you on braided wigs, but this your hair is beautiful.
No, this is our birthday season. No, this is in case you did not know, she just clocked 40
last month.
Yeah, she clocked 40 last month.
Oh, I'm taking care of my body, taking care of myself, I'm taking care of my health and all that stuff, and it's been amazing.
That's what we can take on the show today. Of course, we celebrate Naijabrandchick, and we want you to be inspired by our story. We want you to follow and step out of your own comfort zone as well as you dare new things in your business, in your career path, and all of that. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Join us for another exciting episode. We'll be interviewing another powerful woman, and it definitely will be interesting. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.